Hi there. I want to introduce you to something called the Glass Bead Game, which is something I've been playing quite a lot of recently. It's a way of generating ideas in a sort of playful way in a sort of game space. And I'll just very briefly explain it in this video here. And then as I play games, I will start posting them in a new playlist on the channel. Yeah, you can watch them if you think they're fun. And my hope is that people will pick up on it and start playing their own Glass Bead games all over the place because I think it's a really good way of starting off a conversation, and it's a really good way of generating, you know, a creative intelligence kind of thing. So it goes something like this. You can play it with as many players as you want. You can play it in any format you want. It can be in writing, it can be by video, it can be by phone, it can be by voice message. It can pretty much anything at all. The idea is that you choose a topic to start with, and then the first player takes their turn. And so that can be write 100 words or talk for 1 minute or make a 3-minute video or whatever, right? Just to keep it simple, I'll imagine a two-player game on video like this, right? And so let's say that we agree at the start of the game we're going to play a 10-minute game, so 5 1-minute turns each in sequence. I start and we pick the topic of father, and so I will speak for 1 minute on anything that comes to my mind related to father. The idea is not to rely too much on preconceived notions, right? But just say whatever comes to mind, let it flow freely. One of the It's not really a rule, but it's you try to avoid talking from a place of ego, and so the personal pronouns I and you are avoided as much as possible. Listen, say it's not the end of the world, right? But you try and avoid the idea being that you can then open up to a larger space than just your own self, right? That's the point of it. Um, so yeah, I speak for 1 minute, I fill the 1 minute, and I stop, and then you take over for 1 minute. And you have been listening very intently and very carefully to what I've been saying, and whatever comes up for you while I have been speaking is what you try and articulate. If nothing comes up, then you're free to sit in silence or just raise something of your own that has nothing to do with anything I said, but is on your mind. There's no hard and fast rules here. It's about being present to what's going on in the moment and to what's going on in yourself, and being responsive to what the other is saying, and trying to create an interactive, free flowing idea space. That's the notion. And so backwards and forwards, 5 turns each. At the end of 10 minutes you stop, and then if you wish to continue the conversation, it's a really good starting point, right? Because ideas have come up, and then you think, oh god, I really want to explore that a little bit further, and so it can be a really excellent starting point for a conversation. Expanding it out a little bit, if you've got a group of say 10 people, and again, there's a myriad number of ways you can play around with this, but if you've got 10 people, you could say split up into 5 groups of 2, all discuss the same topic, come back into a group of 10, and then have a group discussion where you can exchange the ideas that came up in your little groups of 2 with each other. So it's a really fantastic starting point for having interesting, illuminating, and sometimes really groundbreaking discussions, right? Wow, I had never thought of it in that way before. That's really like, you know, opened up a whole new room of thought for me. So, and that happens quite a lot. That happens quite a lot. It's really engaging, really stimulating, really fun, and really challenging. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. And like I said, I will post some example games in this playlist following on from this video. So, as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.